What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Baltmatrix here, and today we are taking a look at Transformers The Last Knight Turbochanger Dragonstorm. Pick this figure up from BigBadToyStore.com. It comes in an absolutely massive box. It's gigantic. So here we have on the back. Here's what you get with the whole set. Tail and wings are all separate, and they are in the box, but you have to clip them out and put them on. So let's open them up and take a look. Out of the box, Dragonstorm looks like a giant horse with a handle on it. A giant three-headed horse, mind you. Now, only one of the heads moves, but I'll show you that gimmick in a minute. I want to give you guys a close-up look of the heads. There's very little paint on this thing. Very little paint. In fact, there's dark gold, red, and black. And that's about it. The molding of the figure as a whole is okay. I do kind of like it, but man, it doesn't feel like there's a lot of plastic here, even though there is. They really did cut corners for cost savings. I mean, all these legs are hollow and all that fun stuff. The figure comes with these giant wings that attach to the sides. On the other side, underside of the wings, they are red. On the tops, they are black. And they connect via this bar and these clips. The last accessory to show off is the Robot Mode sword, which is more of a hook sword, which obviously, I think you know, forms the tail in Dragon Mode. I actually like the look of it as a sword. It looks really, really cool. It's kind of like a combination between a sword and a scythe. I like it a lot. And the tail attaches to a clip in the figure's butt. The battery panel is on the side of the dragon. Now, the box says that batteries are required, but my figure came with 2 AAA batteries already installed. Of course, they're dead. Just completely and utterly dead. So I've got some of my own that I'll put in here. So now that the figure is complete, I'm going to go ahead and turn it on and give you some lights and sounds. One cool thing about the dragon here is that when he opens his mouth, this is a black light. These are little UV lights. They're not just regular lights. Also, he'll just randomly roar if you leave him on. There are 2 different options for the lights and sounds. There's on and try me. Honestly, I haven't been able to figure out what the difference is. They just both seem to turn the thing on. And the directions are zero help whatsoever. Now, the reason I mentioned that the mouth part here is a black light is because you remember I did a video a couple of months ago regarding some other turbo changers? Yeah. There's a reason why they had little black light pieces on them. So here we have Turbo Change Megatron, and his little black light spot is actually right here on his chest. I'm going to go ahead and have the dragon roar at him. That barely comes up. So I've got this little handheld black light that works so much better. This dragon is terrible to use as a black light. I mean, it's kind of pointless in all honesty. Maybe Knight Armor Megatron would be different. Nope. In fact, it doesn't work at all unless you have a very, very powerful black light. But I gotta admit, that looks really cool. Dragonstorm's transformation is as easy as you think it is. All you do is grab the handle, make sure the back feet are planted, pull off the tail, pull the button, and stand him up. And, you know, it's supposed to do more than just that, but you take the entirety of the 3 heads, and you're supposed to push them down, but it doesn't all jive real well. So I have found that some force is required. Sometimes. Well, at least you get some sounds. Fully transformed into his robot mode, Dragonstorm looks okay. There's a lot more color shown here, but he can't really do much. He definitely looks pretty good. He looks like a knight. Unfortunately, if you've seen the movie, you know that this is not accurate to the movie in the least bit. So when he transforms, his upper arms and shoulders don't go down all the way. In fact, I've had to use force in the transformation in order to get them to flatten out. You can give him the sword, which, admittedly, that looks cool, but forget about any other posability. Head sculpt, I will admit, is very good. I love the way this head sculpt is done. It looks simply fantastic, but again, doesn't look like anybody that shows up in the movie. He does have lights and sounds in this mode that are activated via this nice big red button on his belly. Or I should say upper abdomen.
Protect the staff. Away, vile beast. We are sworn to protect. Tis our sacred vow. Burn. Justice. For Cybertron. Protect the staff. Away, vile beast. We are sworn to protect.
So how does Dragonstorm stack up with other Transformers? Well, let's take a look at Leader Class Soundwave from Titans Returns. As you can see, he is significantly bigger than that. But we really do need to compare it to somebody who is in its own size class, and that is Chomp and Stomp Grimlock from Transformers Age of Extinction. We have similarly priced figures, but oh boy is there a size difference. In both modes, mind you. And Chomp and Stomp Grimlock is an absolutely massive piece of junk. Dragonstorm is a significantly smaller piece of something. Getting Dragonstorm back into robot mode is actually a bit of a pain in the tuchus. Getting Dragonstorm back into his beast mode is actually a pain in the butt, simply because things just do not line up correctly. The first thing you must do is you have to make sure those arms are straight. Otherwise, this is going to go badly. Then grab the tail, pull the trigger, wait for the sound. Yes, 3 heads are better than 1. And then flip and push as hard as you can. And you have to make sure that these arms go in between the legs. Otherwise, things go south real quick. MP-10 Prime can ride Dragonstorm, but not well. Voyager class The Last Knight Optimus Prime can run Dragonstorm with less of a problem, but it still does not look good. Overall, turbocharged Dragonstorm isn't the worst thing in the world. There are a lot of little things that I do like about it. I think the molding is pretty good. I wish it had more paint, but that seems to be the main thing for the entirety of the Last Knight line. I wish I didn't have a cold. That would make this review doing a lot easier. It's not terrible, but at an asking price of $90, this thing is just not worth that kind of money. 50, maybe even 40, I could see, but not 90. That's just way too much. So gang, I picked this up at BigBadToyStore.com. I hope you've enjoyed this video review. As always, I am Baltmatrix. Ask you to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you next time.